A few months ago, my cousins and I decided to hike the Patagonia for 9 days, carrying all the things we needed in our backpacks. My name is Camilo, and I'm a filmmaker, hiker, and traveler who recently started documenting my journeys. Join me on a 9-day adventure out in the wild and get ready, because this is Day 4. January 1st. 2025 welcomed us with a bright and beautiful morning, perfect for starting our hike to the next campsite. We woke up early to make sure we had enough time for a solid breakfast, knowing we didn't want to stop too often along the way. After hanging out with our new friends for a bit, I decided to hit the trail before my cousins since I was still lugging around 30 kilos of gear. By the way, a shout out to my man Jacob, a solo traveler who I hiked with for a few kilometers during this adventure. All of the water around the campsites is safe to drink, so I see no reason to drink water from the river. I wouldn't change any of this for anything, man. I wouldn't. Even if I'm tired, it doesn't matter, I wouldn't change it for anything. Belen passed me after about an hour. Then Jennifer caught up and we decided to tackle the next 11 kilometers of the trail together. It wasn't a long distance, and plenty of trees gave us nice, cool shade to walk under. But the weight of my pack, yeah, there was no escaping that. At some point, I just got used to being passed by everyone. Always one of the last to arrive at the campsites. If I'm being honest, those first few days, it kinda frustrated me. But later on, I realized my goals for this adventure were different. I wasn't just hiking. I was there to document the experience, to capture feelings and moments I could share with people like you, thanks to carrying a heavy camera, and the tripod, and the microphones, and those extra batteries I had to haul around. So yeah, I made peace with the fact that I would be the last one most of the time. Because at the end of the day, I was out there in creator mode. And creating is simply one of those things that I love most in this world. Alright guys, we're getting to Los Perros campground, but it just started to rain. Even if we get there wet, doesn't matter, because we are about to take a cold shower, which doesn't help that much, but anyway, we're getting there. We stopped at a glacier lookout, just a few minutes from the campsite. More than exhausted, I would say I was actually worried. Workers from previous campsite had told us not to expect much from the next one. Small, no groceries, no hot showers, and to make things worse, I was getting soaked by the rain. I needed to figure something out if I didn't want to catch a cold right in the middle of nowhere. They were right. It definitely wasn't the best campsite around. I was freezing, my clothes were soaked, and I was about to take a cold shower. Not exactly the scenario I had in mind. Cooking my dinner was a task I just wanted to get rid of. I was tired, speechless, and not even in the mood to have a chat with my cousins. I was mentally drained. Things started to get a bit tricky. The rain was pouring again, and warming up inside my sleeping bag wasn't easy at all. My hair was still wet, with no way to dry it. Even my socks got soaked from the walk to my tent. I had to put on a fresh pair just to get some comfort. Every other night, falling asleep had been easy, but this one was cold. So cold that for the first time, I had to use my emergency blanket, just hoping that the next morning would be better. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video, and I'll see you hiking for 22 kilometers in the next one.